Hello and welcome to White Space. Happy middle-ish almost of December.
Listen, we're already middle of December.
I mean, you saw the Great Man from the North this weekend, right?
Great man. Yeah, we did. We did go visit Santa this weekend. So,
Okay. Yeah, you went to now, where did you see Santa?
so we do Bass Pro every year. That's where we go
Okay.
see Santa. I don't want to deal with a mall. I can't.
Oh, yeah, no,
No.
no. Okay, now it appeared you only took one child.
Yeah, so I really thought we wouldn't be doing it again this year. I thought,
Okay, yeah.
we would have figured some things out, but I've asked questions and he doesn't tell me like he doesn't believe, but he doesn't
Oh,
give in to it. So I'm like, are you just going along with it because you want the gift? Because I promise you'll get the gift anyway. Like,
yeah, that's happening. I mean,
cut
it's
this
just
stuff out.
who the tag is from is all that's different.
Right?
I
I
mean,
was like, are the kids at school talking about what they're going to get Santa? He was like, no, nobody really talks about Santa. And then he leaves it at that. There's nothing more he gives me. And
oh, so y'all don't know? Okay,
I'm like,
okay.
okay. But Ryder figured it out when he was 5. So he's played
Okay.
along with it for a real long time. So he just tells
Okay.
Grace that he was like, there's no other bigger kids there. And so I'm just going to email what I want to Santa. So that's how he gets out
That's
of it
so
without ruining
sweet.
it.
That's so
So,
sweet. Now, I've never asked this question, but with two kids and two parents, is one kid more like you and one more like Doug?
yes. Yeah. Ryder is identical to Doug, and
Okay.
Pearson is me made over.
Okay. So you believed for a while too?
I think I've probably figured it out around like 7, maybe 8.
Okay. Alarming fact, I thought you were about to say seventh grade, and I was
No.
really like, I was already in my head, like, don't change your face.
No.
Don't change your face. Like, just let it go.
I
Because I was
appreciate
like,
that
the
you were
judgment is
pointing it
about to be
out,
real.
not to judge me. I appreciate that.
Well, I mean, you are like, the queen of Hallmark, so I was like,
No, I
uh-oh.
mean it makes
I'm
sense.
just gonna say seventh and eighth grade.
Our parents never, Santa was never a huge thing. He was always just like the fun part, and you could only ask Santa for one gift, which is what we do with our kids. You're only allowed to ask Santa for one thing because he has a lot of boys and girls that he has to make toys for, so you can only ask him for one thing.
Okay.
I did that because that's how I was raised. Doug does it because he doesn't want Santa getting credit for all the cool toys that they get.
Facts, yes. Aaron has a lot of issues with Santa because he's got a lot of trust issues with a large white man coming down his chimney.
Okay,
Um, so he's got some issues
as
with
he
it.
should.
Yeah, I
The
mean, it
boys
is.
Both of the boys have been terrified like Christmas Eve. They don't like to really go to bed. They would rather be in our room because the thought of someone coming into your house while you sleep is very unsettling to them, which as a kid I never thought of that. But as a
That's not weird. Yeah.
oh yeah, for sure. That is worrisome that we do this.
Um, yeah, my parents did kind of a weird thing with Santa. I guess we should have said trigger warning if you.
Yeah,
I don't think
sorry
there's.
guys.
I don't think there's any children here, but I haven't seen that in the demographics. My parents, though, so we lived in El Dorado, Arkansas, for like the first 11 years of my life, I guess, which is a
Uh-huh.
super small town. It's where my mom's family is. And we used to go to our family farm on Christmas Eve.
Okay.
And so when we get back to our house, now, I don't know, like if I just had dumb written on my forehead, but when we would get back to our house, Santa would have come to us on Christmas Eve
Okay.
in El Dorado because I guess I don't know what they told me. Like it's just the world. I don't know what I like really thought. Um and then the way I figured it out or found out was one Christmas, I think I was probably I may have actually been 7 too, 6 or 7. My grandmother fell and broke her hip at the Christmas Eve celebration. She had walked outside and like tripped on her and she's dead. She was really not a nice lady, but Um, she tripped on a root and fell and broke her hip. Um, and let me tell you, the sheer panic that came over me that we were going to have to go to the hospital and not get back to the. Apparently, it was a little too much for my mother to handle, and she kind of lost it on me, but I couldn't figure out why. And then my older cousin, who to this day we have a very poor relationship, just like blurted it out. And I was like, what? And apparently I was like super upset and like very emotional. And everyone thought I was emotional about my grandmother. And my mom was super embarrassed that I was more upset about that. So she told everyone that it was about my grandmother. Looking back in hindsight, I think they all had to have known that this can't be accurate. This woman's not nice to anyone. So, um, that's pretty much it. It was very traumatic. I mean, I have to say that it wasn't great. Judd found out.
Just asked, like, is he real? And my mom was like, what do you think? And I was like, I don't think he is. And she was like, yeah, you're right. And I think that's
Yeah,
the end of it. But because it was like a one gift, and Santa didn't even bring us our biggest gift. It was just like a one thing.
yeah.
Maybe I wasn't.
My mom was such a Christmas fanatic. She was a bit like you in the Hallmark category. She didn't like Hallmark movies, but she loved Christmas. Like every
Yeah.
January, she'd start shopping for the like the coming up
Yes.
Christmas. And she like was really big on stocking stuffers, which to me
Oh,
is a big pet peeve. Okay, y'all are just frustrating because listen, we've already like stretched our brains to think of what to buy you, and now I got to think of something small to fit in the stocking.
okay. So here's what we do. And this is my absolute favorite tradition that we have. So
Okay.
we call it our $20 Christmas. When Doug and
Mhm.
I first got married, we had $0 to our name. So we had like we
Right.
just can't do anything for Christmas. So
Right.
the first, I don't know, 3 years that we were married, we went to Taco Bell for dinner. That was our splurge because we never went out to eat. So we went to Taco Bell. And then we each got a $20 bill and we went to Walmart and we split up. And that's what you had to shop for each other. So you could, that had taxes, that had to cover if you had to get wrapping paper. And of course, like back in 2009, we could buy a few more things than we could now.
Right. Now
But
it's like a stick of gum. So,
yeah, so now we still call it our $20 Christmas, although inflation has raised that much higher. But now we each take a kid. We go to Taco Bell for dinner. We go to Walmart. We split up. And so, like, I had Ryder with me this year. And so we shop for Doug and Grayson's stocking. And then they shop for our stockings. So we like make a night of it and make it.
that's really neat. That is fun. Maybe we could do something like that because, well, we're kind of skipping Christmas this year. I mean, not in the gift category, but near a tree, I think. You know,
Understandable.
but
You
yeah.
love moving boxes.
Well, I did have kind of a breakdown without tears this weekend about, I don't know, it just kind of, I don't know. I'm not going to get into all the drama of the holiday for us, but one of my mom's best friends randomly called me this weekend. I haven't talked
Oh,
to her in months, so that was just kind of set things off, and a
yeah.
little episode of Judd and all that. But um, I was like, I missed the fact at Thanksgiving that we didn't have my mom's like corn casserole and green bean
Yeah.
casserole and all of that. And so I was like, you know what? Christmas Day, I'm gonna make a big Christmas meal in our new house. Now, is
That's
this
a
gonna
lofty
happen?
goal.
Probably not, but I'm thinking towards it. So
Okay.
we'll see. We'll report back. But that's why not why you guys are here. But
It's not.
you probably also were here last week, like wondering where we were. And you because we were kind of missing for a few weeks, and then um, well, so today I'm like sitting in a meeting this morning, and Becca texts me. I have actually have a lot of comments that are going to start with Becca texted me because she made some very, very hostile comments this weekend about football things. And but anyway, she texted me today and she said, "Did you post last week's episode?" And I'm like, "Why would she ask me such a dumb question? Like, just go look at your app." That's what I was thinking to myself. I didn't say anything because I was like, "Well,
I wish you would
hello."
have done that.
So, I didn't really think it like in a mean way though, but I was like, I mean, is it not in your app?
It's
That was more
when
kind of
people
how,
ask a question, I'm like, just Google it. Why are you asking?
yeah, kind of, yeah. So usually you're a little more hostile than I was even thinking, but so I like, so what I was like, I'm gonna be such a smart ass, and I'll like screenshot it and send it to her. Um, but I went to screenshot it and it wasn't there, and so I was like, well, that's weird. Because I mean, I took the time to make the graphic and do all the things. I don't really edit anymore. We just pop that puppy in, and but it was more complicated last week because we had the two-parter because we had the interruption. So it does require me. I can't figure out how to merge them, so I post two episodes or so you would think. Um, Well, so what had happened was I got into the app then because I was like, what is going on? Have we been banned? That's what I instantly went to, like, we've done something to
Hot,
be banned.
hot takes.
Yeah, it was definitely yeah, I don't know what it would have been. So I get in there and it's like, oh, they're still in draft mode, both episodes.
Okay.
So, to answer your question, no, apparently I didn't. Would not have guessed that.
It's really confusing
Um,
this week then.
yeah, so I do apologize for that. I will be very certain to hit publish on this episode though. And to kick off the episode, I was going to check with you if we had any legal news and to ask you about a legal case.
So I know the Brian Walsh case is going on. I have not been able to watch that one. However, I wish that I had because it sounds like the defense. Listen, this is the case where his wife passed away. Um, they're charging him with murder. However, the body has never been found. So I was like, how are we doing this? Because he's pled not guilty. Apparently, and again, I haven't watched, so I don't have all of the details. Apparently, his defense is that she passed away of natural causes in bed with him, and he never called anybody. So like, he is saying that yes, she died, but like, he's not saying what he did with her body.
Right.
Which I don't know. As a juror, I would have some questions. Like somebody
Yeah, I feel like that's a little
is
weird.
dead next to me. I'm not calling the cops or 911 or something. What
Oh
am I meant
man.
to do?
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
I just think that I would have a different response, but I can't judge. I don't know. I've never been in that position.
Fair. Fair.
I because honestly, my first instinct was I was going to run away. Right when you said that, and then I thought, but wait, I didn't do anything wrong. So, but it was just kind of an instinct to run. I don't know, but that feels
Call
wrong.
someone to handle the crisis. I'm not doing it.
Right? Yes, but then I'm like, wait, they're gonna see. This is the problem with all the documentaries we've watched
It's
because my
true,
brain instantly is like, they're gonna think I did it,
right?
and they're
Don't
gonna like
set
look at a
yourself
text
wrong.
message that I said one time
Yeah.
14 years ago that he annoyed me, and that's it.
Listen, when Doug is
Um,
annoyed with me, he'll start sending me these text messages. So if anything happens to him and I have to go to court, it's very suspicious looking. And I was like, you're the worst kind of person.
yeah, he's genius level. Well, there's a couple other legal things I wanted to bring up.
Okay. Let
Um,
me put my Kim K hat on.
yes, please make sure you like contour yourself as you look at me. Number one, to the questions in the comments, no, we have no new feelings about Blake and Justin Baldoni. Like,
Well,
they
at
both
this,
sound like terrible people.
yeah, I think we just want it to go to trial so we can all watch.
Yeah, so y'all can stop with that. Good Lord, I don't know how many times I have to tell you that. But, the Luigi Mangione,
Yes.
pronunciation, don't know, that has taken off. So that's the man that killed, or the young man that killed the CEO of, what is it, United Healthcare?
Yeah, allegedly.
Oh,
Allegedly. Don't
yeah,
sue us.
even though we all saw it happen. But okay. I always get confused about that part.
Yeah,
But I do appreciate that you said that so we don't get like a defamation of character
right.
suit or anything like
We
that.
don't know. We weren't there.
Yeah, I wasn't there, so I saw it all, but so that one has taken off, and he's got a real interesting vibe. Like,
Yeah.
again, we all saw you do this, like, so we kind of know perhaps what the judgment should be,
Mm-hmm.
but you're acting very confident, like, so I'm just
Yeah.
confused. A lot of fist pumping in court. I'm
It's
confused.
strange behavior, but I also think mentally you have to be in a strange place to allegedly off
Right.
someone.
But then I get into the whole thing that it super annoys me. Now, sure, there are times when people are mentally ill and to a grave degree and they commit a crime. And that's
Mhm.
separate. But I feel like a lot of times when we throw that out there, it's just like a Hail Mary.
Right.
And I feel like they're going to say that about this guy. And I'm
I
annoyed
think,
because, like, you're not mentally ill, you're just crazy.
yeah. I think if I remember correctly, he's the one that like he was pretty normal and then he had like some kind of back surgery and has lived in like
Right.
massive amounts of pain. I think that was him. So potentially maybe they're saying the pain has caused him to do all this. I don't know. I don't think that trial has started. I still think they're doing all the pre-hearing and motion.
Oh, okay. So the things I'm seeing on Twitter when he's like fist pumping, it's not like the jury's not sitting here.
I don't think that the actual trial has started because right now they are still fighting to get evidence thrown out because apparently when the cops found him at the McDonald's that he was at when they arrested him, they
As
did
you do.
not read him his Miranda rights. So they're saying that anything he said and all of the evidence they collected at that time, like the murder weapon, it has to be tossed. You can't use it. So
Yowza. This dude's gonna walk. That's what I'm afraid is gonna happen. This
which
dude's just like,
crazy.
which can happen. The other one I was gonna bring up that you have not mentioned to me, which I thought was a little bit weird. A high school football coach from, is it Virginia? Have you seen
Oh
this
yeah,
where
yeah,
he
yeah.
went off into the woods?
Yeah. And they hadn't
Now,
found him yet.
no, and he apparently needs daily medication that he didn't take with him.
Hmm.
So I'm assuming things are probably not good. No, we're not going to pass any judgment because we don't know yet. I mean,
Yeah.
a lot of, what's the word I'm looking for? Accusations,
Uh-huh.
perhaps. But I'm very interested to see how this all plays out. I want to know if the wife knew. I want to know like all
She
the things.
listen,
Well, they said that he like maybe wasn't acting alone in these things that he did that were potentially inappropriate.
mhm.
I'm very confused about what that entails. But then I also saw somewhere where they said potentially he didn't go in the woods alone.
Oh. See,
Now, I don't know about that.
I had seen where he took a piece of equipment with him into the woods.
Yes,
If
and no
that were the
glasses or
case, you could have found him
contacts.
in the woods already.
See, that's what I'm thinking too. And they didn't take his glasses, his contacts, his wallet, his phone, medicine, anything with him. So, I mean, it's
He
pretty
had to have
obvious.
had a bug out bag already planted somewhere that had
Well, that's what
medicine.
I'm wondering because they said he did not act alone. And so I'm like, is he on the run? Is he on the lam? Is that what they call it? The lam?
Maybe. Listen,
Sounded good. It sounded really like,
but I just if he offed himself, we'd have found him by now because he wouldn't have gotten far.
or a bear has eaten you, sir. There may be nothing left.
I don't.
I,
It is weird, but I
they
just
have kids, and so I'm just like curious about that aspect. And the wife, looks much older in the pictures. That confused me too.
yeah.
I don't know, so I'm going to be following along because I'm now very
I
intrigued.
know. Anytime that there's an update, I'm reading about it, but
Yeah. So, any other legal news that you've seen?
not that I can think of. I haven't been able to stay on top of it like I normally do because apparently I actually got to do my job.
You have one job, and it is not the one you get paid for. Well, I did think of one other thing I was going to bring up just because it gives me such laughter. Did you see the stuff with 50 Cent and this?
Yes. Yep.
So, nothing, again, we have said it a million times on here. We love a petty moment.
We
And
do.
the fact that he only did this, like, sit down interview with ABC, because that's the only one they air in the prisons where Diddy
Oh.
is. Oh my God. I
But
love
the
every minute of it.
forethought to even think to make sure. That's
Yeah,
listen.
that's a
50
level
Cent
of
is
petty that I
loving this.
aspire to. I aspire to
Do
that.
we know why exactly 50 doesn't like Diddy this much?
No, and you know, it's so funny that you say that because I actually like meant to ask Aaron that question yesterday because Aaron even said to me something about, have you seen all the pictures of 50 and like how giddy he looks? And I'm
So
like, oh
happy.
yeah. And I meant to like voice out loud, why do they hate each other? And then somehow we got interrupted. So I need to remember, and he just left, or I would ask him. Remind me and I'll find out because you know he'll know. But yeah, it's a level of petty that I aspire to.
It's fantastic.
It is
I mean, the
amazing.
documentaries he's putting out, the fact that he does it on ABC, I
It's
love it
just
all. I love it
it's
all.
glorious. Let me move my notes where I can see them. Okay. In the entertainment news category, the Golden Globes got announced today. The nominees.
Okay.
Um, I haven't gotten a chance to look at the whole list. I saw that Ariana Grande was apparently surprised that she got nominated for Wicked, which I think probably we all are.
I mean,
So, I mean, there's that. I didn't see anything else shocking though, at least that jumped off the page. But we'll be following along because we're almost to award season again, and we had a lot of mixed feelings this year about award season.
we did. They just weren't great the last year or two, really.
No, so we'll see. We're always hopeful, you know. But I don't know that I have any other entertainment news necessarily. It kind of segues into Taylor talk, what I have.
Yeah. So we can go ahead and move to that if you want.
Let's face it, you guys are here for two things, Taylor and football. We know this. We embrace this. It
Sorry,
is our
we've spent so
personality.
much time talking about not those things.
Yes, we apologize. So just bump ahead to 20 minutes in and you're good. Okay, so we got to see Taylor yesterday.
We did.
Um,
There were a few
and by
pictures.
we, I mean us and the rest of the world on TV, and social media. She was at the Chiefs game, but she was not alone.
She was not. She actually brought some friends this time.
I know this season has been a little lackluster on her bringing friends, a lot of family, but not so much friends as last season.
Uh-huh.
But we got to see Selena Gomez, and it did appear potentially this was the first time she's ever seen American football.
Yeah.
She looks very confused and startled most of the game, which I don't know if I can judge because that's sort of how I look too through the whole game, but we'll get to that too. She brought Lena Dunham, which I do not peg Lena as a football fan.
Okay, I have questions about this because I
Okay.
said, "Hey, isn't that Lena Dunham?" And you're like, "Yeah, it
And
looks like her."
it was.
And then you moved on with your life, but I didn't.
Oh, I thought I answered you, didn't I?
You did. I
I
just
didn't leave
thought
it in draft mode, did I?
because Lena used to be with Jack, so I'm like, that's weird.
Oh,
We
oh,
haven't
right,
seen her
right.
with
And it's weird that
Jack
they're so
lately.
close. Yeah.
Now that we're seeing her with Lena, does this give into that there's something going on because Jack wasn't really around for the music? Like, what's happening?
Well, so, I
Jack
don't
also
know.
looks like
So
he's been
Lena,
on the Ozempic shot. Just,
that and he's aging very quickly.
I think it's all the
Um,
cigarettes and the whatever else he's, puffing.
yeah, whatever he may partake in. So Lena and Taylor have been friends for like 2 decades. And she was like a part of the original crew that was very infamous. And then then she and Jack, yes, they were together. The song, You Were Loved, isn't that what it's called? Yeah. Is about their relationship. And which is just a wild thought. Jack Antonoff has a very interesting dating history if you've never looked into it. He dated Scarlett Johansson in high school, and then he dated Lena Dunham, and somehow he ended up married to Margaret Qualley. I mean, props to you, my guy. But so there was this period of time though that we didn't see Taylor with Lena anywhere. But yet we saw Taylor and Jack making all these albums. So everyone correlated it that she had chosen sides and she had gone with Jack, which
Yes.
is a weird vibe because apparently the breakup was based on him cheating with Lord. I don't know. Again, details. But when we were in the Eras tour, Lena did come to the Eras tour I believe in London. Um, yeah, so I think part of it's because Lena doesn't quite look like she used to look. I think
Yes.
there's sometimes that we forget that that's who she is.
Right. Yeah.
And they have gone to eat with, I think, Haim, maybe Blake. I think this was that long ago. And Ashley Avignon, because of course they don't go to dinner without her in public. But you kind of knew they were still friends. But anyway, Lena was at the game yesterday, which wild vibe to me because I just don't see her being a football fan. I see her more being like anti-football.
Right. So the fact that she
But
literally came to Kansas City, and like if it was in New
yeah,
York, I could maybe understand it.
right.
It's like,
No, they're here in Kansas City, which also I'm like, where can I find y'all?
are they
I don't want
all
to get
staying at
arrested.
Travis and Taylor's house?
Okay, I had that same thought too, and I thought, well, that would be wild. I also we'll get into it when we talk about the game, but I just wonder how his vibe was last night. Probably not great. Um, but yeah, so I'm guessing they're all here because Taylor's birthday is this week.
Yes.
And Selena, it's been kind of like a famous thing that Taylor always, no matter where she is in the world, somehow
Uh-huh.
finds her way to Selena for Selena's birthday,
Which we love.
which I have loved. So I
Yeah.
guess now we're doing that here.
Okay.
I just need to know where to be.
Right. I
Man,
probably
I
15
would fall
minutes.
out dead. Well, newsflash, Aaron doesn't know, but he did just leave. We have reservations there next Tuesday.
Stop it.
I know.
I'm sorry,
I
guys.
know. Oh my gosh, I would die dead. The Taylor Talk, no, Taylor Watch podcast, Kelly Keegs.
Yes.
Did you see they were at the game last night?
No, I didn't.
They were at the game last night. They came together and they went to 1587 last night. And
Okay.
they haven't posted anything yet. And so I don't know. We'll see.
Okay.
Uh, I'm hopeful for them though, because they've never met her either. So,
Yes.
um, anyway, so Taylor was at the game. What did we think of the outfit this time? We didn't get it, or I haven't seen a full look, just the top.
Just the jacket. I think it's fine. It really just, you and I had kind of talked, and I can't remember if you agreed with me, but we really thought this season would be her in red and Kelce on her stuff. And we have
Maybe
not
so.
really seen that.
It's been a weird season,
It's been an odd season. I needed to.
so we'll give her that. But it is a big week in the Swifty world.
Yes.
A week we have waited for honestly longer than we've known was going to happen.
Yes. You and I have
Becca's
waited
pretty
for it.
much been asking, you've been asking for a documentary pretty much since day one,
Yes. Yeah. Well, listen, I'm
and
nosy.
we're getting it.
Yeah. Oh my God.
I know.
This week, in a few
Yeah.
days.
And it looks like the first part comes out at like 8 p.m. our time.
I think so. And it's 2 episodes that will release.
Yeah, but then like the other part of it comes out at like 2 a.m., so we're probably going to be late on watching that one.
Oh. Oh, there
I
we
don't
go.
really know.
Okay. I think we're good.
Oh, I was like, she's crazy. Yeah, so the second part comes out at like 2 a.m. We'll probably have to catch that the next day.
Yeah. I won't be staying up for that.
But next week when we come on, we will have seen the first two
Yes.
episodes.
Oh, I'm so
For sure.
excited. I'm so excited.
Yeah, I don't know what we have done to be so graciously gifted this, and apparently Travis even does an interview in it.
Listen, when I saw that, I was like, this is going to be good, good. This
I've
isn't
got to
just
get
like a
right.
peek behind the curtain. This is like a
No,
sit
this
down
is
and
like,
cocktail with us. Okay.
yeah. So we can't wait for that. If you are a Swifty person, all week, I think, at least for sure today, 75% off on the Shop Taylor Swift.
Okay. Now's the time to show.
Um,
Whoops.
Jump right on and get you a shirt for another 100 grand, probably even still. But I guess now's as good a time as any to talk about some football.
I mean, we might as well get it over with.
Rip the band-aid right off. Georgia beat Alabama handedly.
Listen, I don't even know that Alabama showed up. I think they found some band kids and said, throw a uniform on and act like you know what you're doing.
It was it was stunningly awful, is what I would
So
say.
bad.
And we're going to get into the whole college football playoffs thing. We've had a lot of questions this morning, and I do apologize if you're watching us. I have lotion in both of my eyes now. I'm really suffering greatly as we speak. So I've got a lot of burning sensations going on. But yeah, Georgia, like Kirby Smart, like had a moment. It was like all these years of like almost but never quite getting there. He just like mollywopped, and he did it with Gunnar Stockton.
I tell you, Gunnar had all day to stay in the pocket, to run if he wanted to.
There was ne'er a defense to be found.
No, no, he was not pressured up once.
No. It was terrible, but you know what I thought the whole game.
What were you
I
thinking?
told you,
Oh, yeah.
Kalen DeBoer is not the answer.
Tell you. So during, and I complained about it at the beginning of the season because he never yelled, he didn't communicate. But then as the season went on, he was constantly yelling and communicating.
Yeah.
And then we
Aggressive.
get to the championship game and you're twiddling your thumbs on the sideline, not speaking to a single soul.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Wondering what you're doing in Alabama.
Oh my God. Not a coach was coaching.
No.
Like, why did you guys even suit up?
Yeah.
Listen, Ty sucked. He couldn't be accurate if his life depended on it. He couldn't read
Which was
the field.
weird because as strongly as I came out against him, he kind of tried to prove me wrong, but then
Yeah.
proved me right. I'm pulling up the stats, so that's
And
what
we
I'm
still
doing.
can't run. But yet we're
No.
calling all run plays. What do we get? -3 rushing yards for the whole freaking game?
Well, I was going to say, let me take a little
Good
gander
job for
here.
us. Good job.
Um,
And special teams is a joke.
Let
A
me just
joke.
tell you for the QB rating for Ty Simpson, which if you're not familiar, this is on like a 100% scale. It's like you take a test, right?
Mhm.
You got a 19.9. Like, D's are for diplomas, but that's not even that. Like, I mean, this is the crazy thing though. I don't even know how they calculate that because I mean, he threw for 212 yards He threw one touchdown, but he threw one interception. But he was 19 of 39. So that means like a solid job by the receiving corps too.
Just, I just don't understand. As a head coach, sometimes you have to make tough decisions, especially to spark your offense in a championship game where you guys have done nothing. You were shut out in the first half. Why in the world did we not bench him and put Austin Mack on the field? At least let's try him out. Let's see what he's got. Nick Saban did it to a freshman Jalen Hurts when he wasn't doing jack crap.
I
Something
have
to do,
heard nothing about that kid. Is he? I mean, you're at Alabama. I assume you're a 5-star.
right? I assume he's good. He can't be
Yeah,
worse.
they truly did have -1 rushing yards as a team, and it's thanks to Ty himself having a -28 yards. So that was spectacular. Ryan Williams is allegedly, remember that Heisman thing that one time?
Yeah.
He had 2 catches for the whole day.
Alabama's not got any Heisman players.
No, it feels like a real solid showing. But Gunnar Stockton, I mean, here's the thing. He only threw for 156 yards. So Ty threw it more, but Gunnar threw 3 touchdowns.
Yeah, Gunnar threw it to his players that knew how to catch, which was a
Yeah.
good strategy. I liked that.
Dogs are barking and Aaron's not home. Oh well. Now I will say though, as a whole, Georgia rushed the ball better, but they did have some negative yardage too. But they had Nate Frazier get 52 yards, and then Gunnar himself got 59. So
Yeah. I will say, like,
well,
defense wasn't horrendous. At least they kept it to 28. It could have been much worse. But at the
yeah,
same
I
time,
mean,
like it was just an embarrassment that you got to the championship game and you guys completely reverted back to your first game of the season.
yeah, yeah, that was it was deplorable, and the fact that they made the college football playoffs. I mean, no offense, but
Oh,
that is laughable. It really is. We're going to talk about that in a minute. We'll talk about 2 of the other big championship games. This weekend was championship weekend, so all of your conferences had a championship. I'm
yep.
not going to talk about everybody, but um, the Ohio State Indiana game. Did you watch this game first of all?
Yes,
I can't.
I did.
Okay, I couldn't remember if we were texting. First of all, first play of the game, Fernando Mendoza, the quarterback of Indiana, comes out and he gets annihilated, and I literally thought he was dead.
I did too. I was like, well, he's gone.
I thought surely he's completely unconscious. I don't know. So they start warming up. What I find out is his brother, Alberto.
Yeah. Who
I don't really
knew?
know a whole lot about Indiana because, again, who would have thought? But somehow Fernando pulls it together, comes back in
Yeah.
the third play. I mean, this man was dead moments ago.
Listen,
I
he did
really
say
think
at a
that's
post-game conference, he was like, no, that hurt real bad, but it's a
yeah.
championship game. I gotta suck it up.
Yeah, so I was not familiar with Fernando. I mean, I've seen his name everywhere, like with potential Heisman thoughts,
Same.
but then again, like I don't really know what to think of the Heisman. And I did put a little money on this game because I was really banking on the fact that Ohio State is going to kill them. I think I
That's
picked
what
some
everybody.
insane amount of yards and catches and lots of things that never came to fruition for Ohio State. And somehow, in the end, the Ohio State kicker misses, doesn't tie the game, and Indiana becomes the #1 team in the nation and wins the Big Ten.
He could have seen it coming.
Okay, did you watch Fernando's on the field interview post game?
I'm gonna tell you, it was the most awkward moment of my life. Doug and
When
I
he did,
immediately
I
like
thought it was a joke. That was my first time to hear Fernando speak, so I thought, well, this is a joke and a weird time to give it.
appreciate emotion and excitement.
Yeah,
That that was puberty at its finest.
I could not wait for it to end. I was
No.
so uncomfortable for him and thinking to myself, oh, this poor child. Like, oh my God,
And
this is
as a
mortifying.
reporter, I thought, you need to cut this off. You need to
Save him.
yeah.
Save him. Help him
Let
help
this
himself.
be what's gonna be bigger than the championship win. Because
Well, and I thought it was funny because his roommate, apparently, roommates, is his brother Alberto. And then is it Caleb Decker?
maybe.
I believe that's his name. I don't know anyone from Indiana, but this kid, he gave an on the field interview and was talking all about God, just like Fernando was. And I thought, well, they must have lovely Bible studies. And then Caleb gets on the stage and says, OSFU. And I was like, Well, now, Caleb, we have gotten carried away in the moment.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
what are we doing, bro? But I did see after the post game stuff that I guess Fernando's mother has MS and she's in a
Yes.
wheelchair. They seem like a very lovely
His
family.
dad is like a pediatric cardiologist or something like that. Yeah.
Okay, that he looks more like that than a football player, but
Mhm.
I guess word on the street is he may win the Heisman.
Listen, who else is going to win it this year?
I mean, is it going to be Diego?
I swear to God, I can't have a man that
No.
cosplays as Manziel win the Heisman.
No, let me tell you right now. I'm gonna go out on a limb here. If Diego Parva wins the Heisman, I will not watch it next year.
No.
It takes away all credibility.
Well, listen, all he's done this year is campaign for the Heisman, not his own team. You're campaigning for the. I can't wait until he is off my screen. It's
Did you see he and his lineman arrive at the UFC fight this past weekend?
yeah, yeah, I did.
Yeah, it was rough. Um,
I just
Anywho,
go sit down, sir. I can't.
yeah, so congratulations to Fernando and Alberto and all of the above
Listen, good job, guys, because
for
Ohio
your
State sure
success.
didn't show up.
Now,
Uh,
listen, I gotta say though, I do love seeing the Ohio State get the beat down.
It
It was
was
beautiful.
nice. It was nice.
Um, Apparently this weekend I also found myself in a weird position becoming a Texas Tech Red Raiders fan.
I'm gonna tell you what, that Mahomes money has done them well.
Listen, this Jacob, is it Jacob Rodriguez?
Yes,
Oh, you missed game day. That's right. We did text. So
but I
they
have
did a
seen
whole
a ton of interviews with him and his.
Okay.
Yeah,
So his wife's in the military. She's in the army. She's
yeah.
actually stationed here in Kansas. They've been married for 2 years. It's a weird situation, I guess. I don't know where he's from or how this all happened, but
They're all
anyway,
like,
I
they're
love him.
in college still. So
Well, true. I love him though. They did an interview with him. He used to be a high school quarterback, so they had him like hit the
the
crossbar,
uprights.
and
Yeah.
I was like, "Dang, son."
Uh-huh.
That game was so good though. Texas Tech. They were playing BYU. I did pick Texas Tech to win. I don't remember why I didn't win money though. Something didn't go right. But they won 34-7 very handedly. I mean, I thought like both sides of the ball, they were the most impressive team I saw all weekend.
Which is crazy to say.
I mean, Big 12, whatever. I mean, who cares anymore? Um, let's be
One big
honest.
dumpster fire.
So this weekend was a big weekend too. The college football playoff rankings schedule.
The
What am I
official
trying to
one
look for?
came out.
Yeah,
So
the game schedule. That really sounded professional because I couldn't think of even what I'm talking about. But there were some surprises. So there always are, especially now that we've expanded to 12 teams.
right.
To me it's gotten messy. It was not good at 4 and now it's messy.
Yeah.
So somewhere in between is the right answer, but we're not there. Notre Dame was left out and they are mad as hell. The Fighting Irish are fighting
They're
mad.
big mad. They're big mad.
They have opted out, but they're not the only ones. A lot of people are jumping ship on their bowl game, and I gotta be honest, I've got mixed feelings about this.
Too.
Part of me's like, come on, but then the other part of me is like, now we have like the Pop Tart Bowl. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, there's a
Which
bowl game for
I
everything.
think there's only one team in that currently. They've got to find somebody else to play. So we have.
I was making that up. I did not know it was real.
Oh yeah, Pop-Tart Bowl is a fun one.
Oh, maybe I did know that because it's on Madden
Yeah.
or college football. There's yeah.
So,
Okay, I did know that.
so far that I'm aware of, Notre Dame, Kansas State, Iowa State, Florida State, Auburn, UCF, Baylor, and Rutgers have all declined bowl bids. Potentially there could be
Wow.
more teams that do it. But I'm kind of like you. I go back and forth. On one hand, I'm like, yes, make a point to this stupid selection.
Right.
committee. But on the other hand, I'm like, just play ball. Like the bowl games are something that you grow up looking forwards to, and you're taking it
Well,
away.
I also think about the kids, like for draft's sake, that don't have as many highlights as,
Yep.
a Fernando Mendoza, I guess.
Yeah.
Like they really need those moments. But then you have the other kids who opt out of the bowl games because they don't want to get hurt before the draft.
Right.
So it's really kind of it's a double-edged sword. But due to the fact of all the weirdness, I do need to apologize to fans of college football that Hunter Yurosek is the head of the college football playoff committee because he's from Arkansas and he's a joke.
He is a joke.
He is
Listen, the whole
horrendous. And
selection committee is a joke. We
I
got
mean,
athletic
terrible.
directors, administrators, journalists making these calls.
Well, it used to be Condoleezza Rice. I mean,
Listen, I can't.
listen, I'm a big fan, but not in that setting.
No.
But because of this, James Madison University has made the college football playoffs, which
I don't even know where that is.
it's in Virginia.
Okay.
I went to high school with a guy that played there, Anderson Broswell. Shout out. They're playing Oregon. But here's what kills me about this. Do you know who the new coach at James Madison is?
Isn't that where Napier's going?
Yeah, how's he gonna get into the college football playoffs? This dude is worthless.
I'm gonna tell you what, good job, Napier.
Yeah,
Good
like
job.
way to go from zero to hero. Like,
I assume he's not coaching the playoffs, correct? Like he'll start.
listen, nowadays you don't know with all the kerfluffle with Kiffin.
That's true. I
I
don't.
don't really know. I would think not. I would think your interim would still do it.
Right? Because you've not been there with them.
Well, and you would have a whole different ski. I don't know, but they're playing Oregon. I would imagine that Oregon would sweep the floor, but then again, I thought Ohio State would. So what do I know?
This could be a really interesting playoff series.
Your Crimson Tide is playing Oklahoma, so apparently I know a lot about football because, as you remember, I said from the very beginning that Brent Venable was on the hot seat.
We both did. That was like our
And so
number one.
I guess he watched the show
He did. He
and
took
he said,
notes.
"Okay, I'm going to show y'all what I
Right.
can do."
I got this.
He's in the college football playoff against Alabama. This one could go either way. It depends on who shows up.
I'm obviously cheering for Alabama because that's just who I am, but I'm not going to be surprised.
Where is this game?
That's a great question. I didn't look up where any of these games are.
I might be able to, well, no. Oh, here we go. It is, well, this can't be right. It says I need to find tickets in Norman, Oklahoma.
It might be in Oklahoma.
But what? That doesn't feel right. But it is a first round game, so I don't know. Okay, I don't know the answer to this question. But anywho, next up, I'm really excited to talk about this.
It's Norman, Oklahoma.
Oh, then Oklahoma's definitely winning.
Yeah.
I'm really excited to talk about this next game for a couple of reasons, but also because I think I may have some insider scoop that you're not aware of that I think you're going to be super excited about.
Okay, do tell.
Okay, so Tulane.
Again, I don't know where it is.
New Orleans is where it is, Becca. And that's a very important fact that I needed to tell you, and I'm really excited to tell you this.
Okay.
I don't know if this is going to happen, but I have a little insider scoop at Tulane. Guess who might be their new head coach?
Who?
Ed Orgeron.
Shut up.
I have wanted to text you since my little source told me yesterday, and I was like, but I'm going to break it on the show.
Listen, I need him back on a sideline and impress
In New Orleans? Like, could this be better?
He's going to talk like that coach on The Waterboy.
Oh, clearly.
Like he's already halfway there.
Basically, he's already him. So that's kind of, I don't know if it's going to happen, but I do know that, like, it's potentially going to happen. Tulane is playing Ole Miss, which
they played each other in September.
How did that one go?
Ole Miss 45, Tulane 10.
Sure. Well, Ole Miss is going to be without Lane Kiffin, as he is now the head coach at LSU, and apparently it's not gone well in Oxford. Listen, I don't know. I have a feeling Ole Miss is going to slaughter Tulane, but you never know how people are going to react.
You don't, but also it sounds like, just from the little bits that are kind of coming out now that Kiffin has left, I don't know that there were a ton of players that liked Kiffin.
Which is not what I thought.
Me either.
Because when you see, like,
I think the quarterback loved him, but maybe that was it.
Yeah, I can't think of this guy's name. He was a tight end. He's married and has a little kid that's really calls Jackson Dart Uncle Jackson.
Oh, Priestcorn.
Yeah, him. His wife posted and was like very distraught about Lane leaving, but was like showing all these memories of their little kid with Lane.
Which done with each of the players also when they left.
But it seemed like he was close to them. So I don't know.
But then Caden posted something on his ex that I was like,
Nope. Nope. Yeah.
You didn't like
Well,
it?
that game is in Ole Miss or in Ole Miss in Oxford at Ole Miss, and
Okay.
so I'm gonna go Ole Miss.
I I think that the players are probably trying to prove a point of like you should have stayed because we can win this.
Do
But
you think Trinidad Chambliss is gonna go to LSU? Did we
100%.
talk about this? I felt
I
this
don't
feels
know if
familiar.
we talked about this. I don't know, but I know that I've mentioned that at least to Doug when I'm talking. I wouldn't be surprised. I
Yeah.
guess it depends on. Well, no, we know who the Ole Miss coach is. I guess it depends on what Trinidad thinks of him. I don't know.
I'm trying to pull up the next one. Oh, here we go. Because I wanted to see where this one is. I'm guessing it's yeah. Okay. So the next up is the University of Miami versus Texas A&M. This one is at Kyle Field in College Station. Um, we love nothing more than to see Carson Beck lose.
Love it so much.
But I also don't like Mike Elko.
I know.
But I'm gonna go SEC regardless
Right.
because
I do
that's
like Marcel Reed, so
I do like him. I just don't like to see Elko be successful because
I know.
that feels wrong to me. But also, I have to say, one of the teams that I think should be pissed that they didn't make the playoffs, and I haven't really heard this, is Duke, because Duke upset Virginia to
Yeah.
win the ACC,
Yeah.
but they didn't make the playoffs, and a team in the ACC did. This makes no sense.
None. None.
And Mike Elko just came from Duke, so I got to think, well, I guess he set them up for success.
Maybe.
I don't like him.
Listen,
Still, it's not.
college football. Football as a whole is weird this year.
So, if you want to know our feelings on the college football playoff selection committee, we think they're garbage.
Yep.
I don't agree with any of this. Again, no offense, but I do not think Alabama deserved a spot. I'm not arguing that James Madison and Tulane didn't have the record to make it. I'm arguing that if you're going to say Notre Dame can't make it because they're not a part of a conference, you can't take non-conference winners. What is the point in being in a conference then? Like, what are you doing?
ACC champion team only lost to one team, and that was Alabama. So
I don't even understand. Like, it does not make sense. And I've seen everybody's like all in a tiz judging Notre Dame and Marcus Freeman saying it's poor leadership. I don't know. I just don't know how I would have reacted.
same. And I think I would feel better if I knew whose decision was it to be out of the bowl game. Was it Marcus's? Was it a true team player's decision?
Yeah.
Did they get to vote?
I just think that at the end of the day, if I'm a college football player, I want to play football. And again, this
Yeah.
goes back to why I hate the transfer portal, why I hate NIL, and why I hate what's become of college football in general, is because it's become so much of a business now instead of a game.
But see, here's the
Save
thing.
the business for the pros.
But I think that because it has become that, we need to get rid of all the people that are on the selection committee and let's put some people on that understand both. Let's put Nick Saban in there. Let's put Lee
Oh,
Corso in there. Let's put Tom Brady. Listen, if anybody
well,
understands the football and business side, get Tim Tebow in there, get Urban Meyer in there, get Peyton Manning. Like, get these people that are current and
yeah.
actually have a clue.
Well, I mean, at the end of the day, the whole system is set up incorrectly because allegedly you're saying it's based on conference championships as your first batch of people. Oh, okay. Well, that's not true because you let Miami in. They didn't win the ACC. Okay, so that throws out that. Okay, Alabama, yes, they were the runner-up to the SEC championship, or the champions, right? Okay, we'll take that. But what about Oklahoma and Texas A&M? They weren't in the game. And not that I'm arguing that they didn't deserve to be in there, because I do think A&M deserved to be in there more than Alabama. No offense, but
Oh, 100%. I agree with that.
well, hello, Aaron.
Hey, what's up? Hey, Aaron, we have a question.
Oh, yeah, we do. We're taking you guys back to the first section. Why are 50 Cent and Diddy, why do they have beef?
Why aren't they friends?
Okay, so first of all, it's because Diddy's a creep. Second of all, when
Okay.
50 Cent started to make it big, Diddy was like, hey man, let me take you shopping.
Oh,
And it got really awkward. He's like, I'm a grown man. Why are you
Oh,
trying to take me
gosh.
shopping? And
okay.
so So he started watching him and seeing the way he moved and seeing he did a lot of suspect things to other people as well.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah,
50 Cent was
Diddy's
out doing
really,
some journalism.
yeah, Diddy's literally a monster. I mean, he blew up Kid Cudi's car. He broke into his house and opened all his Christmas presents the day before Christmas. Like he's a true monster. Oh yeah,
I think of all the things Diddy
Okay.
did, the one that Aaron mentions as making him a monster is that he opened the man's Christmas presents.
it's just a
Monster mentality.
which. And let me rephrase. I think he did open the Christmas presents personally, but the car explosion he sent his goons to do it. But he made Kid Cudi watch him blow up his car.
Listen, if you're gonna do it, get an audience, I guess.
Well, aren't you cute in your little driver's hat,
Oh,
too?
thank you.
Ooh.
Thank you. Any other 56 questions?
No, we were just speaking about, you and I talked about how we love the petty moment of airing it
Oh
on
my
ABC.
God, he is an amazing troll.
Listen, it just shows me we're not going up to our true potential of what we could with our pettiness.
Actually, there's a meme that said something. It was playing the videos, and the person was just like, "I'm not hating enough.
Right?
I'm just not doing it correctly because this is beautiful." But yeah, no, it couldn't happen to a more deserving person.
100%.
Yes.
God. Okay.
Well, do you have any thoughts about the college football playoff selection committee?
Uh, whatever you said.
Yeah, good answer. Good answer.
Mm. All right, I'm headed out.
All right,
Goodbye.
thanks for the help.
Good to see you. By the way, your hair is still. You go, girl.
Thanks, sir.
That thing is banging.
Oh Lord. Well, I'm glad we got that settled.
Me
It's a
too.
great answer too.
Okay.
So yeah, pretty much overall, we hate college football, and we're, I guess, cheering for Fernando Mendoza.
I
for the
guess
Heisman.
so.
Seems like a nice kid.
Listen, also,
If we're just going to hand it out at this point, we might as well.
I know. And I had to look up, I think that the Heisman ceremony is like the December 19th, if I remember correctly.
Oh, it's that far away? It's usually this coming weekend.
They said it was like mid-December, and I feel like when I Googled it last night, that was the date, and I could have made that up. But at this point, like, I just need to know who's nominated because I need to be done with Diego Pavia.
Maybe that's what it is. Maybe this weekend is when we find out who is nominated.
Oh, no. So I'm wrong. The Heisman Trophy ceremony will be awarded on Saturday, December 13th. Why have they not announced who's nominated then?
Well, how do we know who's got to get to New York? They haven't even bought their plane tickets or their suits.
I was going to say that. And they get those things personalized.
Well, and you know Diego Parva's going to need time.
What's his last name?
Well, I thought it was Parva. Is it not?
It's Pavia.
Pavia.
R.
My bad. We're very professional around here. Okay, well, do you want to talk about some NFL?
Listen, we might as again, let's just get it over with.
Let's pull the Band-Aid.
Oh,
We're not even What?
The Heisman finalists are announced tonight.
Well, that doesn't give me much time at all to prepare.
Well, it says the first Monday in December. This is the second.
Do we already know the finalists and we don't know that we know them?
Let's see. During ESPN's Monday Night Countdown show with the 2025 announcement happening on Monday, December 8th. Okay, so the top of the paragraph says first Monday in December. But as you get to the details, it will be tonight during Monday Night Football. Okay.
Okay.
Guys, we come prepared. Just for you.
I don't even know any other names that are still being mentioned outside of Diego and Fernando.
No.
Which I just realized that little trend there too. That's interesting.
Which is crazy because the last few years there's been like at least 3 that it seems like they're next.
Yeah, like it's gonna be.
Yeah.
I might as well throw my name in the hat at this point. I mean,
Why not?
I can throw the football real far.
Yeah.
All right. Last week on Thursday Night Football, the Cowboys played the Lions in Detroit, and it was a really good game.
Yeah, but not a defense to be had.
No, couldn't find one for anything. 44-30.
Yep.
The Lions ended up winning, which I did not anticipate going into that game. I don't remember if I selected. Oh, I did. Yeah, I lost money on this one too. I didn't win any money last week, so we'll go ahead and clarify that. But I think I thought the Cowboys were going to win because I thought Amon-Ra St. Brown was going to be out. He wasn't out,
He
he
was
was in.
not.
So that didn't
But I
really
think
help.
you had said when we did record, even though we didn't post it, that if he was playing, you thought the Lions would win.
Yeah, that's right. I think I did, but then I did not financially back my own
Okay.
decision, so
Okay.
that didn't work out well.
Gotcha.
I mean, I thought the Cowboys were going to show up different, to be honest. I mean, CeeDee Lamb was pretty much knocked out, literally, in the game.
Listen, he had like a Tua concussion.
Well, we've got a lot of those to talk about. I'm going to be honest with you. I am on brain watch right now.
I'm terrified for some of these guys' brains.
There are some that we're going to talk about that I really, truly believe that investigation needs to be launched.
Yeah.
CD was knocked out. George Pickens was like back to being a Pittsburgh Steeler. Like he was nowhere to be found. Of course, I thought he
And
was going to
acting
have.
cool on social media about it. Yep.
Yeah. So the Cowboys did what the Cowboys do, and it was deplorable. But the Lions, I don't know. I guess they're still in the hunt. I mean, I can't even this year. But it was a great game. But I tell you, probably one of my favorite games of the weekend was yesterday, the Bills versus the Bengals.
Which when
Again,
it started, I didn't think it was going to be that great.
no.
I told Doug, I said, I
Again,
think I'm going to take a nap during this one.
again, I put money on. Now, everything that I picked in this game hit, except you're not going to believe this.
You picked the Bengals to win?
No,
Okay.
I didn't.
Okay.
I didn't even do a money line. But, like, I predicted a lot of things. Like, I picked that Josh Allen would throw for 10 yards on the first drive of the game. He
Okay.
did. So, like, things like that. I picked all these ambiguous things that happened except for Jamar Chase needed 7.5 catches. So, technically, that means 8 catches. Just catches, not touchdowns, just catch the ball. He ended up with 5. He averages 15.
Well,
But I think here's my problem. I would have won, but every interception that Joe Burrow threw in the last quarter was to Jamar Chase.
it's true.
But the other team got it. So that was problematic. Now, it was a snow globe.
It was a snow game.
It looked pretty but miserable.
It did that. That's the kind of snow game that I like, where it's snowy and the field is covered a little bit, but it's not like just mounds upon mounds.
Well, it didn't look wet
Yes, it looked like a dry, it was still
because
made.
like their hair was still dry.
Yeah, and none of
Now,
them seemed layered up. I'd have been out there with a parka on, and
did you see the fans in the stands that just had on overalls and not even a t-shirt?
I did see them. I did see them.
Do
That
they have mothers?
listen,
That is so.
no, no,
The Bills ended up winning, and honestly, this game was insane. The Bengals had control of the entire game
yeah.
till the third quarter, and
It was
T.
like the
Higgins
Bills they were just kind of barely keeping up with them through the whole game.
and
So
poor
like
James
nothing
Cook.
exciting.
Poor James Cook. He had one touchdown that he fumbled off the pylon, and then he had one touchdown that he fumbled it once he hit the end zone.
Yeah.
And I felt bad for him, especially because he's been asking for a whole lot of money.
Yeah.
But Josh Allen was just Josh Allen.
Listen,
So calm, so cool and collected. And all they wanted to talk about with the broadcasters is, oh, he doesn't have any receivers. He doesn't have any receivers, which I find that disrespectful to like Keon Coleman and Shakir and Gabe Davis. Like Dawson Knox and Dalton Kincaid, he has receivers. I don't know what we're talking about.
yeah. It's also
But Joe
one
Burrow,
defense that can apparently take care of it if they need to.
well, Joe Burrow lost this game for them
Yeah.
without a doubt. 2 interceptions at the end of the game off the offensive line or defensive line.
With less than 6 minutes left, you're throwing 2 interceptions, and you could tell that Joe knew this is on me.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it would have been kind of a miraculous story from him going from the toe injury to leading them to the playoffs. But now they have officially missed the playoffs. And
Wait, they're officially out, and we're still potentially in?
I know
That makes no sense.
I've got a Judd. Don't worry, Judd sent me some information to relay.
Thanks.
So-
Oh, thanks, Judd.
Such a saint. But T. Higgins is one of the concussions I want to talk about. So T came back from a concussion protocol week out.
Yep.
To slamming his head into the frozen tundra multiple times, one of which he grabbed like his head was going to explode, and he still played the whole game.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
If that doesn't get investigated by the NFL, what are we doing?
When he went out, he slammed the back of his head, and he kind of just sat up and held his head. And they did take him into the medical tent.
You
But
cannot tell
then,
me he passed protocol. You can't.
no. Then I see him back
No.
on the field and I was like, that is malpractice. What are we doing?
I truly, if that is not investigated, I don't know what the protocol even means. Why do we have
Mm-mm.
doctors on the sideline? Why
I
did we
saw
work on
so many
calling?
heads slam into the ground. And his was like, not only did it slam into the ground, that's a frozen ground.
Well, it was more than one time, too.
Uh-huh.
And there
And
was the
you
one time
won't
that was
have.
very severe, but still, I'm like, this feels so
At
wrong.
what point are we like going to start requiring guardian caps or something extra? Because if you're wanting to play more forceful and aggressive, which I get, it's football, it's a, impact
I don't
sport.
want it to become like two-hand touch, but like
But
if you're
like,
gonna
I also
plainly
want to
take
be
care of them, take care of them.
protected. Yeah. Otherwise, we're about to have a league full of Tuas and what's that one guy that ripped his shirt off and ran to the end zone?
Antonio Brown,
Yeah. It's just going to be a league full of them.
yeah, which that's all we need.
Yeah.
But that was a great game. The Bears versus Packers. I watched this one off and on, not more off than on. 28-21, the Packers ended up winning.
See, and I
I
felt like
don't know
this
if
was a
Caleb
really,
Williams was doing that well.
no. It was a good game in the sense of it seemed very even. It was back and forth. They were doing the exact same things.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I loved seeing the Bears lose just because I loved to see.
I like how Micah Parsons was very fixated on knocking the nail polish off Caleb Williams, is what he said.
Listen, we just love a Micah Parsons moment.
I can appreciate that. Well, let's go ahead and talk about it. Last night, the Houston Texans beat the Kansas City Chiefs in Arrowhead. Um, it was what was the final score? 13-10? Something stupid.
I think so. It was, yeah.
I mean, so many notes to talk about. First of all, I just want to say that all of the Travis haters on social media are ignorant.
20.
And you are such bandwagon people that, like, it makes me nauseous. Like, I cannot even fathom that you are so ignorant that you put that loss on him.
Right?
That was so minuscule. What happened in the end of that game? First of all, you don't get to that point in the game, and the pass was behind him, first of all, so you apparently don't know anything about football.
Patrick's not throwing straight to his players at all.
Okay, so I got three people to blame for this game.
Okay, go.
And it's what I have said all season, and it pains me. Patrick Mahomes has been the problem in every loss we've had this season.
Yep.
And it pains me because I love Patrick. I think a lot of our success is owed to him, but every game we've lost, specifically this one, is on him.
Do you think he realizes this? Because I feel like he doesn't.
I don't think he does. There's a disconnect this season.
Every year, he has always taken responsibility and accountability for everything.
Not this year.
This year, I'm like, but this is the year that you're actually the problem. The other years, you weren't.
He definitely was banged up last night. His left knee is apparently obliterated, which feels right and the way the season's going. But he missed receivers all night long. Mm-hmm. And the people want to be like, Travis dropped it twice. Rashid dropped it. First of all, Rashid was almost killed.
Right.
I don't know if you saw the play, but
pass.
That was one of the most dramatically ferocious hits I've ever seen in football.
I was so mad there wasn't a flag. Doug was like, it's a clean hit, though. And I was like, no, he
didn't
hit him that hard, though.
But also, he led with a Guardian helmet, which feels weird. But then also that they didn't pull Rashid out to check him for a concussion.
Nope.
The man literally seized for a moment on the field.
Listen.
That was just insane. So that was awful. Andy Reid is number 2. Listen, I love Andy, okay? I think he's iconic. But I think the Walrus got ahead of himself when he went for it on 4th down.
So stupid.
On their 31-yard line.
So stupid.
And our offense had not clicked at all night. No. What are we doing?
Apparently, he had called Kalen DeBoer, and they had shared techniques.
That was just, to me, I was like, what are we doing? And then third, I would like to blame, as always, Matt Nagy.
Mm-hmm.
He called one of the worst games of football I've ever seen.
Horrendous play calling.
Yes, I know that the Texans have the number 1 defense in the NFL. Props to them. Their offense is horrendous.
Yeah.
Our defense in the second half came out like
Right. If they had showed up in the first half, it would have been fine.
Chris Jones came out like he was 14 again. Like, I don't
You
understand.
can't figure him out this year.
He does not want to be there. It's
No.
clear. He doesn't want to be anywhere else. He just wants to be done.
Yeah.
Y'all need
It's
to be
fine.
done. We lost Trent McDuffie to a knee. We lost Wanye Morris, who was already the backup.
On
So
the
now we're on
first play.
first play. Dead. I was like, ugh.
I was like in the room with the TV on, but I didn't watch it. And they were like, oh, we've got, a Chiefs player down. And then when they said who it was, and I was like, he was in there for 2 seconds. How are we already hurt, guys?
So we had to put in our third string rookie undrafted free agent Essa Poll.
At least we had him.
I'll be honest, he did a hell of a job
He did.
against Hunter, who's one of the best in the NFL.
Yeah.
Good old Arkansas boy. So he did a hell of a job. He only had one penalty on the night. Juwan Taylor gets that a quarter. So,
Right. Good for you, bud.
we had a depleted offensive line. Travis you could tell the whole game.
He was pissed.
So frustrated, so angry.
And he declined media interviews after the game.
Yeah.
I think it was Rashid Rice had even left the locker room before the journalists even got in there.
Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah. I think things have gotten to a fever pitch over there. And so I'll share with you the information Judd shared with me. So we were talking last night. And he was breaking down the whole game to me, as he does. And Judd, if you don't know, is a quarterback. But he's also a linebacker. So he really, I got to give it to him. He really understands football.
Yeah.
I've really done a great job.
You really have.
Like,
you should.
behaviorally, we've got some issues, but football-wise, we're spot on.
Yeah.
So he said, please make sure you mention this stuff to Becca. So,
okay.
Wanted to make sure I did. So he said, don't give up.
Okay.
Don't give up.
Listen,
so I may have to call Patrick. I don't know. But he said, don't give up. And he said, there's still a chance. Now, the thing about Judd is he's an eternal optimist. He's very much like his daddy in that point where I'm not.
No.
Season's over. We could be done.
Listen.
Pack it up. Pack your shirts. We're done.
Right. Go ahead and plan that vacation.
Yeah. So anyway, here's how he says this is going to happen. I guess he did some research to figure this out. So if this is inaccurate, I do apologize. But he told me if the Chiefs win all the rest of their games, which we still have to play the Broncos again, everyone. And I don't know. It's here on Christmas Day.
And the Steelers.
No, that's not true.
I'm almost, or was it the Chargers?
We play the Chargers this weekend, and then the Titans, Broncos, Raiders.
Yep. Chargers, Titans, Broncos, Raiders.
I can't lose the
Steelers and
Steelers.
Raiders.
Yeah. So he says that we got to win all those games.
Yeah.
Which feels a little larger than he may think. I don't know.
The Miami Dolphins have won their last 4 games, so maybe.
The Broncos is the one I'm scared of, unless it's a situation like, remember when we played the Broncos last year, we didn't care that we lost.
Right? We didn't even play our starters.
So then he said we need the Chargers to lose.
Is Herbert, is he out or is he playing? Or is he day by day?
I think he's still day by day, but he plays tonight against the Eagles.
Maybe he'll re-injure his hand. I don't know.
Yeah, Judd said he's got to lose, though. And then the Colts have to lose. Now, I don't think that's going to be hard because they've lost Daniel Jones to the torn Achilles.
And Riley Leonard is their backup. He's literally all they have left.
Yeah, because Anthony Richardson has a broken orbital bone that he broke in a freak locker room accident.
Listen, they've got
sweet little Riley Leonard.
Brett Ripien. He's on their practice squad, so they're going to have to sign him to their roster because
I wouldn't be shocked if they went and got Joe Flacco. Because he got cut by the Bengals last week.
I mean, who doesn't just go get Joe Flacco?
He's just laying around all the time. But Judd said if those things happen, that we could still get a chance and play the wild card game against the second seed, which would be Denver. Which that doesn't feel great, which I told you at the beginning of the season didn't feel great. But yeah, and he wanted me to let you know that he is projecting the Eagles, the Patriots versus the Rams in the Super Bowl.
Oh, that would be a good game.
Yeah, he wanted you to know that. And he said he's unsure yet who's going to win.
Okay, that's fair. Listen, I like it.
So again, I don't know if these facts are factual. Um,
Doesn't matter.
it sounded really educational. I could have looked it up, but I just went with what he said.
No, I
He's
think
only 9. He'll be 10 next week, but
he's got it.
Um, so yeah, I just the game was real bad.
I looked at Doug at one point and I said, "This is just no longer enjoyable."
Yeah, oh yeah, thank you for reminding me. I wanted to give you guys a few clips of what it's like to text with Becca.
Oh no.
Especially when the Chiefs are losing. At one point she asked me or she said, maybe the ball is frozen. And I said, well,
Well,
that could
because
be it.
they were having a hard time catching it, and I was like, maybe it's too hard, and that's what's causing. Like, there's no way to like grip
Were you
it.
trying to deflate gate the same way Brady did?
Maybe
Okay.
it worked for him.
She also said, this is some good coaching advice. She said, if our defense could get a pick six, I think that would help me enjoy this game more. That feels right. I think Spags needed to hear that.
And I wasn't wrong. If we could have, it would have been
Yeah.
more enjoyable.
Let's see. Oh, hold on. Okay. Hold on. Here we go. This is it. I hate football this year. The Chiefs have broken my spirit this year. I've never really had to experience a year like this with them. It's unfamiliar, and I am not a fan. Then she went on to say, do we need new players or a new OC? Then, in a very commentator way, she said, I think Patrick's throw was a little too far in front of Noah.
I could be an analyst.
Yeah.
If Tony Romo can do it, I can do it.
I was confused at one point if Pacheco still played on the team because
Yes.
where was he? And she said, who even knows? They need somebody to step up. And then we just had to derail ourselves. And she said, is that Lena Dunham? Squirrel. And in fact, it was. But that's what it's like to watch long distance a Chiefs game with Becca.
It is. It's random thought. That's for the best. I'm not just genuinely a nice person when my team is. It's okay if you're losing, as long
Right.
as like you're being competitive and
You're
aggressive.
trying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the other team is just as good making their plays too.
Well, and that's what I was going to say. Watching the Texans offense, I'm like, man, never has there been an offense that has had a season bailed out more by their defense
Yeah.
than CJ Stroud. That offense is awful.
Yeah. It's not great. It's
The
not great.
officiating was terrible for all the people that always say, oh, the Chiefs get every call. Well, last night should have helped you. We definitely got a penalty for holding when Nico Collins fell down on his own.
Yeah.
What?
I kept telling Doug because I was noticing holding on both sides of the ball, and I was like, they're not calling anything tonight.
They didn't call any of the. I think Travis got held on every single play he ran.
Every single play.
And he was ready to punch somebody. Creed had to pull him away from one fight.
Listen.
I mean, it was
Ugly.
bad. I don't know if you watch New Heights. Becca apparently has been slacking. So have I, to be honest. But these are not the weeks you want to tune in because usually Travis is really in a bad mood.
And he'll go through it real fast and then move on.
Yeah. Yeah, so tonight, though, the Eagles play the Chargers. We're going to be cheering big for the Eagles because Judd says we need the Chargers to lose, which feels right because I don't like Harbaugh anyway.
Yeah.
But it's in San Diego, and you know how I feel about the home field thing. But
No,
again, the Herbert thing is a big key to this one, so I don't know.
it is. Yeah.
Now listen, this week for Thursday Night Football, we've got a real humdinger here. The Falcons are playing the Bucks, and I know you might be thinking, the Bucks lost to the Saints this weekend.
Bad.
To
Yeah.
the Saints. And if I'm not mistaken, it was in Tampa Bay.
I'm pretty sure it was. And Baker Mayfield did play,
He did. He did not get 2 touchdowns, which I needed.
which you would have thought would have been easy.
Against the Saints.
Listen, I'm gonna say the Bucks are winning Thursday night only because they need to make up for the embarrassment of what that was. But who knows?
I don't know. Yeah, I think the Bucks are going to win, but listen, I would have never picked the Saints either. So
Kirk Cousins is still the starter for the Falcons, so
yeah, the Chargers are coming to Kansas City. I'm going to go Kansas City. I just cannot fathom that we would lose 2 games in a row in Arrowhead. But I will say the injury report this week is going to be real critical.
I think they're going to be going a little bit softer in practice, which I don't know if that'll help or not.
Who knows?
Who knows?
I think the game of the week for me is this next one. The Bills are at the Patriots.
I
Um,
want to see that.
because I'm kind of believing in the Patriots right now. The Bills, it's like, oh, he really shouldn't be making it, but it's Josh Allen.
I
So,
know.
I'm gonna go Bills though,
Okay.
which goes against my normal theory of at home, but I just feel like Josh Allen is like seeing his window.
Maybe. I'm going Patriots on this one.
Okay. Well, we never can agree, so.
That's okay.
Lions at the Rams. This game is always interesting because of the Jared Goff Matthew Stafford trade.
Yes. Yeah.
I'm going Rams. I'm really believing in Stafford. I think he's going to go out on a high.
And it being a home game for them. Yeah.
Yeah. Vikings at Cowboys. I'm actually going to go.
Listen, JJ had a heck of a game.
I kind of think I may go. Well, are you going Vikings?
I'm going Cowboys.
Okay, then I'm going to go Vikings.
Okay. I mean, it's in Arlington. So,
Yeah. I don't know. We'll see. Well, it depends on which JJ McCarthy shows up.
that's true.
All right, and then in a thriller for Monday Night Football, we have the Dolphins at the Steelers. I'm thinking that this is going to be Steelers big.
Well, so here's the thing. The Dolphins have somehow managed to win their last 4 games.
Who have they played?
I gotta pull this up because I don't think they've been close if I recall correctly.
Well, it depends on who it is. Well, I say that. And then the Bucks lose to the Steelers.
Oh, so yesterday they played the Jets and they won 34-10, which 34 feels like a lot.
Okay.
They played the
Yeah.
Saints the week before and it was 17-21. They won. They played the
Okay.
Commanders the week before, it was 13-16. And they played the Bills before that and it was 13-30. So like
Wait, they scored 30 points on the Bills?
they sure did.
How did I miss that?
I don't know. But the week before that game, they had lost to the Ravens 28-6. So like it doesn't make sense what they're doing.
I'm beginning to think more and more. I'm now thoroughly convinced the NBA is rigged. This may be rigged too.
It might be. But here's the thing. The Steelers, what's his face? Rodgers, isn't his arm still in a cast?
And he ran a touchdown this weekend.
Listen, who knows what this game could look like?
I give up. We know nothing about football. What
No.
are we even talking about?
Please don't hedge your bets on what we say.
Seriously, I could attest. Any other football thoughts?
Well, we know Daniel Jones is out. Did we talk about that?
Yeah, and
Sniper.
Jaden Daniels. Oh, that was so awful.
That might be career right there.
Yeah, because I think it was pretty much this was it anyway, and tore his ACL in one of those real nasty
I'm
ones.
gonna tell you,
Wanya's
when I saw
real
the
nasty too.
replay, please don't
Yeah.
show that again. That was
I
disgusting.
ended up seeing the replay of Wanya's, and it looked pretty much the same way. Oh, it was terrible. Jaden Daniels got hurt again.
Why are we not just bench him for the rest of the year and let him get fully healthy?
No.
Let's try.
Same injury, same elbow, went down on it, and apparently it must be bad because he like slammed his helmet down, and you can tell when they're like
Well,
for
that
sure
was
hurt.
stupid coaching choice. Why'd you even put him in?
Well, I think that I did see some decisions on his part in that play where, I mean, I get it. There's been an interception. You want to get the guy down, and you're kind of the last man standing. But at some point, you have to also protect yourself as the quarterback. And Patrick did the same thing last night. He ran into the tush push and like buckled his knee, and I was like, "What are we doing?"
What? I don't get on the tush push. Why are we not putting like a tight end at quarterback?
I have wondered
'Cause when the
why we don't do that
Steelers
more
do it-
anyway, with Travis having been a quarterback.
Right? When the Steelers do it, Aaron Rodgers just stands there, which is the
Yeah.
funniest play to watch. But I'm like, it's the smartest way to do it.
Yeah, I don't get it either. It's very weird. But yeah, he's out. The injuries are really racking up.
Across the
I guess-
board this year.
Yeah, it's weird. We lost Trent McDuffie and Wanye last night. We'll see if Rasheed's okay this week. I wouldn't be shocked if he's not on the injury report. Patrick definitely will be. He apparently was on the injury report last week for his knee all week, and I guess I just didn't see it. And I guess it was Collinsworth last night said it would take a helicopter landing on the field to get him out of the game.
I don't even think Andy Reid could pull him.
No. So I don't know. We'll see. Yikes.
Ugh,
Um,
it's a questions.
yeah. Would you like to answer some
Dude,
questions?
I want to not talk about football anymore.
Okay. Well, good news. I didn't pick any football questions because it was such a sad weekend. But this is from Sophie. What are you looking forward to the most with the Era's docuseries?
Which I think we talked about this when the Eras was going on, and we kept saying we really wanted a documentary.
Yeah.
I am so looking forward to all the behind the scenes stuff of what was
Yeah.
going on because, and I don't know when they started recording it or, what even is going to make the cut, but
Yeah.
just to see how her life was, she was dating one person at the beginning. They broke up. She was
Well,
dating
technically,
somebody else.
two, yeah, multiple people. Yeah.
And by the end of it, she's dating someone who she eventually gets engaged to. Like, that's got to be a wild
Yep.
ride to see all that. And I'm sure that they'll leave, anything that might have had Joe in it out.
I'm assuming the Joe content, and I'm interested to see how they handle the Matty Healy of it all.
Yes.
Because I
Yeah.
don't think that he will. Well, I don't know. I just really don't know because we did get the Tortured Poets department out of it. So,
Yeah, but I mean, she didn't come out and say this is all about Maddie,
well, yeah.
but still. So
I don't know.
I'm
That'll be
looking forward to
interesting.
that, but I'm really looking forward to the behind the scenes conversations that are had with her family and Travis.
Oh,
Girl, I
man.
can't wait.
I think for me, it's definitely seeing her relationship with Travis unfold. I think that's going to be so fun. But then from like the actual aspect of the Eras tour, there is a preview out right now where she's talking to her mom and she's explaining what she's doing for the last mashup.
Yes.
And it's definitely like psychotic mind, the way she works. I can't wait to see how those unfold
Yeah.
because there's so obvious stories that are interwoven into all of it that I'm excited to see whatever she's going to let us see in
Yep. It's gonna be good.
that. Okay, this is from Claire, and I will say I was going to point out this is a little speculative, but I think it leads to a bigger topic of the whole PR stuff that we've talked about before. Do you think the June 13th wedding stories are a decoy?
Maybe. I just feel like there's a lot of things Taylor does in her life that we don't know a single thing about.
Yeah.
And I just feel like, whereas I do think that they're going to share wedding pictures, I do think that they're going to be, celebratory like they've done with the engagement and all of that. I just find it hard to believe that they would get this information leaked so soon. I feel like they would have NDAs and this stuff would be on lock. I could be surprised. Now, the venue has come out and said, we do not allow brides to pay for wedding dates like this. So, like, that didn't happen. Well, okay, you don't allow it, but Taylor,
Doesn't mean the bride didn't, yeah.
being treated and make a phone call, what I
Yeah.
mean? So,
Yeah, I mean, I get it. It's a little too spot on the 13th,
mhm.
but she's very big into numerology.
Which is
So
why I think it's so easy for anybody to come up with a date and then be like, well, because this date means da da da. Well, you could have picked the next Saturday and come up with just as many reasons on why that's it.
yeah, to me, it's not the date that I think is a decoy, it's the location.
Okay.
I don't think that she's going to have because we've talked about this before with her house in Rhode Island, there's no
You can't shield
coverage,
that. Yeah.
protection, like there's nothing. And I guess we had seen somewhere where somebody credible had put out a source saying it was going to be a destination wedding.
Yeah, I remember seeing that.
Rhode Island is not destination. I mean, it is because we don't live there,
Nor is it big
but
enough for how big this wedding's gonna be.
no. And that's where I was like, y'all, that don't make no
It's
sense.
not Rhode
Like,
Island. It's not going to be in New York. I can promise you that.
no, I think it's another country.
I think they're going to rent the whole island somewhere because why not?
Probably. I mean, I don't know. We didn't talk about the fact that Leonardo DiCaprio was also in the box last night.
I didn't know he was.
Did I not text you that? Yeah, he was
No.
in Travis's box, which is so weird for so many reasons, but also because like
Why?
Taylor, Blake, all of them, Gigi, they've all dated Leo.
Listen, at some point, it's got to be they've got like one of the same managers for something that
I
she's
don't know.
like,
But
yeah,
yeah, he was there in the box. He was like sitting next to the chef, his friend that's
oh,
the chef. He
okay.
was like sitting right under Ross.
Interesting. No, I did not
Yeah.
see that. Listen,
Um,
we get tickets into the box. If we're getting
It's
Leo,
not for a lack of trying. Let me be honest with you.
golly.
Okay, from Steven,
Stefan?
Stefan.
We
Oh,
don't
that's a
know.
good one. I don't know. Don't know. What '90s show would you like to see make a comeback, and who would star in it?
This is a good question because there were some good shows in the 90s. That's when we had like the Friday night.
I had to remember what all was in the '90s. I get it very confused with the 2000s.
Very few shows that we were allowed to watch growing up, so I only know
Facts. We missed a lot. That came up again this week at my house with Aaron making fun of me about that. I was like, can't help that your parents were slackers.
Listen, so I picked Home Improvement. I loved that show.
Oh, have you seen that new one he has?
I think I saw like parts of one episode, but I want to go back and watch the whole thing.
I don't watch it, but Aaron does, and he loves it.
Yeah, I've heard it's really good. So
That's a good one. Who are you going to have starring?
I'm gonna do for Tim's character, Tim the Toolman Taylor, I'm going Joel McHale. I just think he would be like a snarkier interpretation of him
Okay.
because you got to modernize it a little bit. So I think
Yeah,
Tim would be a little bit.
you went modern. Yeah.
And then for Jill, his wife, I'm going Leslie Mann because I think that the two of them would play off of each other really well.
Oh, yeah. I had to think about that.
And then for Al, this one I'm going a little bit of a twist. I'm going Kamal Nanjiani, the guy that's in like superhero movies.
Who?
Kamal. What else was he in?
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I just
The Pakistani guy, the
I think you
comedian.
could do a twist because again, we're bringing it modern. So I think you got
You
like
are
a
way
technical
swinging
guy
left. Okay.
to Tim's
Got it.
character. And then for Wilson the neighbor, I'm going Lawrence Fishburne because really you only get the eyes and the voice. You got to have a good voice. So that's what I'm going.
Craziest cast I've ever heard.
I love it
But
so much. Okay.
okay, that's a good one.
Which one are you picking?
So I went Designing Women, which we have
Oh.
recast from here before, but I've got a thought. I want to like kind of switch it up. I want the whole thing to instead of I felt like Designing Women was very much centralized around the Sugarbaker sisters.
Yes.
I would switch it up and have the storyline be very much based around Charlene,
Okay.
and I would have that be Leanne Morgan.
Yes.
And I didn't even recast the whole thing because I was just like, I just want it to be about her.
Yeah.
Which is because I really like her sitcom.
Yeah. Oh, it's so good.
And she was just on Amy Poehler's podcast, and it was so good.
So good.
You have to go watch it. But yeah, that was a great question, and it made me remember like TV that's not football.
So thank you.
Which Aaron said to me the other day. Well, we don't really watch anything that's not football.
Listen, have you watched
Facts.
All's Fair yet?
No,
Oh, so good.
I've not watched anything.
That's fair. Listen.
Okay, this is from Leo, and this I don't believe this is Leonardo DiCaprio. But what is there to look forward to in 2026 in pop culture?
Okay, great question.
We don't know.
I got a couple of things. The royal wedding of Taylor and Travis.
Oh,
Because
yes, I mean clearly.
100% we will get some pictures from that, I do believe. We do have the Winter Olympics in 2026.
Yes.
I think we're going to get a lot of good stuff from that. And then I really hope we get some good movies in the next year. I feel like this year there weren't.
Yeah, I haven't had a reason to like, I can't wait to count down and go.
Yeah.
Other than the docuseries.
I mean, Zootopia 2 was great, but, you know.
I mean, you know.
It is what it is.
Yeah, the wedding. I didn't even think about that. That's a really great one. I had the Olympics as well. And then I'm curious, as always, I can't give up just yet on the Met Gala.
Listen, it's a train wreck for you and I. We are always going to watch the carpet.
I can't look away, so I'm excited that, you know, the new, what's the word I'm looking for? The theme has come out. It seems like it could be a solid one.
Potentially, yeah.
So we just got to see what we do with it.
There you go.
But, all right, are you ready for some Y Factor?
I am ready for some Y Factor.
All right, what are you not liking?
So I just put what I'm not liking. We've already discussed just the playoff selection committee as a whole for college. I just feel like you're ruining what we all enjoy.
Yeah, you've destroyed our...
It's fine if my team doesn't make it into the playoffs. I'll get over that. But like,
They didn't deserve to.
I just need it to make sense. I need whoever gets in and whoever's left out, I just need it to make sense. So,
Yeah.
and a bunch
agreed.
of old guys that are sitting there watching a bunch of football and they're not even eating pizza or wings or anything. I can't trust any decision that they make. Okay. So that, and
Got
then
it.
also Texas weather doesn't feel like Christmas, and I don't love that. I should be used to it, but I don't love it. So
That's a good one. Yeah. I'm not liking a lot of things right now.
what are you gonna
Moving.
cook today?
I'm gonna give you a list. Moving. Well, I don't mind moving, but
The
packing.
process of,
Yeah.
yeah.
Flighty people.
Oof. Yeah.
People that are users, like use you to, that kind of thing. And then I'm also, I'll be honest, this is going to sound very humbug and very Grinch. I'm not liking the holidays this year.
I feel like that's fair though.
It's not going well for our family, and it's just,
But
yeah.
you also have a lot of chaos and stress leading right up to.
Yeah, and it doesn't feel like the holidays because we don't have a tree up and other reasons why it doesn't feel like the holiday. And so I don't know, it's just not going well for us, and it's like, can we just get past it? Like, can we just go ahead and
Let's
rip the
try
Band-Aid off?
2026 and see what that is
Yeah.
for us.
24 was ended deplorably. 25 has been hellacious. So,
Got it.
well, here's hoping for 26 is all I can say.
Come on.
Oh man. What are you liking though?
Okay, so what I am liking this week is somehow on TikTok, I have gotten onto the side of TikTok with Ann Michael May. Like
Oh, she's baking like
every
she like
video
Taylor.
is her. But it's not her videos, it's the comment section on her videos.
Oh, is it funny? Or
I can't tell you how much I have laughed just reading I know her and Drake have to lay in bed reading these comments, laughing at them. It's stuff like she'll be baking and it's like, don't spill the butter on the floor. We don't want Drake to fall. Or make sure that Drake gets some of that because he did a really good job at the game. Or somebody put, Giselle never baked with us.
that is true.
All so positive. They're all so funny. And they're all like, just make sure that Drake's taken care of.
Yeah,
I love
that's a
it
great
so
one.
much.
I am liking on TikTok as well all of the clips from, I just mentioned it, Amy Poehler's podcast, and not just she just had Leanne Morgan. It's fantastic. She also had Haley Williams from Paramore recently.
Okay.
So good.
She's a
Like,
great interviewer.
yeah, it is. I love the format.
Basic questions. She'll ask
But somehow people open up to her. I don't know. It's really, really good. Really, really good. So I've really enjoyed that. And it has given me a little spark of life.
Great.
So,
That's a good
yeah.
one. We like it.
All right. Well, I am going to go immediately to get this into published scheduled mode.
Okay.
And this will be out tomorrow on Tuesday.
Okay.
All right. Thanks, guys.
Bye, y'all.